Hello, Zalalam from 2620 IsaacTube. Today we will see the other selection statement, which is switch. But before that, if you are new to my channel, please subscribe, and if you like my videos, like, comment and share. In order to discuss switch statements, let's declare some variables. Let's say it's input. Okay, so let's guide the user elders, and let's take this one. Okay, so now we are going to tell a message to the user, the order of his birth, with a switch statement. So switch, and we will switch elders. And so just for our exercise, let's see a few cases. And so always it has to end with break, otherwise we will have problems in the outputs. So let's have this pasted. Okay, so we are going to have these cases. So as you can see, we have got the word switch here, and we will select scenarios based on the number of elders, and if there is 1, if there is 2, if there is 3, in cases where there is 1, 2 or 3. And let's end this one for our exercise with, so here we will see, just for the purpose of exercise, we will see if the user has got 1 elder, we will say that he or she is the second. If there are 2 elders, okay, we will say the user is the third, and so on. So we expect the output based on the response of the user. So let's run this one and see what will be the output. So here, let's say it's 2, you are the third child. So here, when you write switch statements, okay, it executes based on the scenario or the case. Okay, so in case the elders are 1, in case the elders are 2. So whenever we do our switch statements, we have to be very careful not to forget the break statement unless we know what we are doing. Okay, so what I mean by that is, intentionally we might leave out break statement, so that if there is one scenario, we expect the execution of the next 2 or 3 scenarios, then we will leave out the break statement. But if you want specific outcomes based on specific scenarios or cases, then we have to include the break statement. Let me show you what I mean by that. So let's say I didn't put this one here and this one here. So what will happen here is, when I write 2, I expect the execution of the scenarios 2 and below. So let's say 2. See, you are the third child, you are the fourth child, you are the first child. So because I removed the break statements, I got the execution of the cases below 2. So if you forget the break statement, or if you miss out the break statement, then you are going to have bizarre output. So yeah, don't forget to include your break statements. Okay, so switch statements can be nested, and for the purpose of exercising, let's nest in the first switch statement and see how we can nest them. Let's have an input. So here we reassign input to anyone, and we will create a variable gender, and we will take it from the input. So here we will switch that one. Okay, so case F, so that means you are a girl here. Okay, and we break it here, and let's bring this one. You can't stop here, but it's a good practice to include default. Okay, so here we checked for gender, and we will select based on the response of the user. We can nest the switch statement in every case of the outer switch statement, but make sure that you need to multiple nest switch statements, because it can get complicated. As you can see here, it can get easily complicated and get confusing. So let's try this one. So let's say it is 1, and then we are asked our gender. Okay, M. Then we get here you are the second child, and then the output based on the gender selection, you are a boy. Okay, so if I input another one, I will get the default response. Okay, 1, let's say Y. Not sure about this gender, you see. So we can nest switch statements, and we can continue nesting those switch statements as long as we know what we are doing, but it's better to avoid more than 2 nestings, because it will get complicated. That's it for this video. Thank you for your time.